going with that.
I don't either.
Anyways.
I got lost in this.
I got lost in my nonsense.
Okay, so the character that we don't like because she was in the bad movies is Maz
Kanata.
Kanata.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyway, point being is she's old.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, that's why, because we were talking about the fanboys losing it, and that's why they were going to be done with the movies.
Right.
But I don't think so, and I think that they can still be true to that statement of being done with the movies, because they can just say, well, this isn't. Episode 1 through 9 is going to be about the Skywalker legacy, before, leading into, and after, right?
Right.
So you can pinpoint any moment. It's either the story of Yoda, the story of Darth Vader, the story of Luke Skywalker. You know what I mean? But they're all connected. Now you can start over. Even if this is Yoda's clone, so then we're still connected to Yoda, I guess. Mm-hmm. But it's a completely different branch of the tree that we can follow down. And you know, then the Sith can come back because there's clearly stuff going on. But the Sith can come back, and the Jedi can come back, and we can all do this all over again.
Right, and we can go into some conversation at some point in, and this might be a ridiculous statement, but I think that having the sequel trilogy is a travesty to the first 6 movies, and I can talk about that at some point if you like, and we can leave it at that. That's not really a discussion for The Mandalorian, but I do have a big problem with the sequel trilogy in general, and not just because I don't like the movies themselves. I have a big problem with them existing. And again, this is not something like, I don't want the movies, I don't like what they're doing with it. It's something completely different than that. It is the 6 movies were a story, and there's a reason why. I might as well say it now because I've talked it up enough. The 6 Star Wars movies are the story of Anakin Skywalker's rise and fall and rise again, and how Anakin Skywalker was the chosen one to save the Force, and it took him to come to the dark side to be able to destroy Palpatine and become good again, which brings balance to the Force. And him dying as made from the midichlorians, it was the Force itself that brought him into existence in order to eliminate the Sith and bring balance to the Force. To have that story continue on, to me, ruins that story, the perfect story of Anakin Skywalker, because the first 6 are the story of Anakin Skywalker. So, I mean, so that's my problem with having further Skywalker adventures. You know, that's my problem with having further Skywalker adventures. So, and again, it's got nothing to do with that. I didn't like the production of the movies. That's a separate matter completely. So, we're going all over the place with this discussion.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way, though. I never looked that deep into the Skywalker story Thanks for ruining that for me.
Good. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Because it was always intended to be 9, and then, but it shouldn't have. It should have never been intended to be 9.
And we could get something amazing in the coming 9th movie, right? There could be something that brings everything together again. I just don't see it happening, which is fine. So,
right.
Yeah.
I hear you. So anyway, back to this show, which is amazing.
The Mandalorian. Okay, so we've got... He's on his way, and we've got a 3rd set of bounty hunters that are looking for this baby Yoda.
Yeah, and they look like...
They look like the one from Empire as well.
They do, but no, when I first saw them, recent memory, it looks like they look like they're from the Orville.
I haven't seen Orville, so I don't know.
You've never watched the Orville?
I watched 3 or 4 episodes from season 1. It's I don't know. It's not really my thing. I'll get to it someday. But
okay, so... But you definitely saw the character I'm talking about then. It looks like the character that's like the security officer, the fake Worf.
Doesn't ring a bell. I haven't seen it since episode 4 aired.
Okay. So whatever. But they look kind of like that to me. Just like lizardish character things. But whatever. Since you're just a horrible co-host today. You don't get any of my references.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. Fine. I'll start whipping out some 7 Samurai references to stump you with.
I'm not trying to stump you. I'm trying to have a friend here. Damn. So just to be clear, this is payback for me not liking that movie, right?
Spaceballs?
Yeah, that's what this is.
Sure.
So anyway, So what'd you think of that, them popping up? Because at first I didn't realize they were bounty hunters exactly until after the fight he looks back and they have the same tracker.
Right. I don't know. I caught it right away because just the way they were attacking him, I don't know. I knew right away that they would be more bounty hunters. And then when you kind of see their faces, they look like that alien from Empire who's on the Star Destroyer as well. Right? They look like that. I thought, again, the battle sequence was great. He took him out. He disintegrated one of them in front of them. And we keep getting these wonderful reaction shots of Baby Yoda just, like, looking at things. And then, I don't know, like, I wasn't surprised that Baby Yoda used the Force later, because when the Mandalorian's trying to heal himself after that battle, I'm like, Baby Yoda is trying to use the Force to heal him somehow. Like, I don't know. I caught that right then the first time that I watched it. What did you think Baby Yoda was trying to do when he kept coming out of the flying thing?
So, yeah, I didn't get it the first time. I got it after the second time. You know what I mean? Like, the second time watching it, I was like, oh, so that's what he was doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I caught it right away. I'm like, he's trying to use the Force somehow to heal him.
I just
I
thought
don't
he
know
was
how, but
really
it's the Force.
empathetic. I didn't get it. I'm not as bright as you.
Okay, well,
So-
I know that, but
So, I'm not.
anyways, so leading, and then again, the fact that this thing knows the Force leads me to believe more that it's Yoda. So,
It could be, or the race just has a better connection with the Force than other races.
and that he's green, and the only other one we saw was white, so like pink or whatever color it was.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's more than one green one.
That was, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe there was. Who knows?
No, I don't think we've seen one. I'm just assuming that in a race of 12 billion, there has to be more than one.
Was there 12 billion of them?
I think at some point. I'm making things up here.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
So, I don't know. No, I like the clone. I just didn't think of it. But I
Yeah.
do like the clone theory, and it would fit pretty well. So we do get into that fight where you ruined it for someone else and told them about the rhino.
Well,
the
we got
furry rhino.
to have the Jawas first.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. So
Yeah.
right after that, the Jawas are stealing his stuff, right?
Yes, which was
So
a
he
great
starts
scene.
shooting them. Awesome scene, because
Yes.
he's loading individual shots like a real like sniper rifle,
Yeah,
and they're just poof, gone, poof, gone.
and he's a great shot. Like, that's pretty far away.
Yeah, no, that wasn't definitely a marksman, but you would
Yeah.
assume,
Now, let me ask you: did people online that you've been interacting with have problem with the next scene when he's chasing the Jawa tank thing?
I haven't heard anyone complain about it. No.
Okay, so I had this thought when I watched it the first time, and somebody did mention it to me on Twitter, but on my second viewing, I had less of a problem with it. They're like, really? He's going to go into battle with these things, and he's dragging along the Baby Yoda with him into this dangerous situation? And, so they had a problem with that, right? And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't really have a problem with it myself. If you want, I can bring up the tweet. Do you want to bring up the
See,
tweet?
no, that doesn't bother me because the way I saw it is, and I did notice that he brought the Baby Yoda with him, but where's he going to leave the Baby Yoda? Because clearly there's bounty hunters all over the place.
Exactly. Yes. So he's got to do the best he can to keep the Baby Yoda with him. Yes, he's got to take it in a bad situation, but if he leaves it behind and some other bounty hunter takes it, then
Right.
he's still out the bounty.
Right.
If the
Or
Baby
worse.
Yoda, yeah, if he brings it along with him and the Baby Yoda dies and he keeps it, he's still got some of a bounty.
Correct.
So I don't know, like, so yeah, on my first thought, I'm like, really? He's bringing the Baby Yoda with him? But on second thought, I'm like, well, what else is he going to do with it?
No, yeah. I mean, he's now been he had to kill a droid. He had to kill these two, like literally 2 minutes earlier in the show, for trying to get Baby Yoda. So there's nowhere. I found it more weird that he has like he can control Baby Yoda's bassinet with his arm, without having to change him into a new bassinet. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So Travis, who's on Twitter at ChefZilla72, says, no security on the Razor Crest, which is, I'm guessing, the name of his ship.
okay,
Nearly ditches his charge so that he can stop the Sandcrawler. Almost has Baby Yoda trampled by the rhinoceros, and he looks like a moron. Yeah, big winner for me. So he doesn't like the episode very much. Anyway, so like, no security on the Razor Crest. I mean, I guess, yes, that's kind of weird that the Jawas were able to just take it apart. right? But I'm just like, Jawas are scavengers anyways.
Yeah.
And I mean,
If anyone can do it, they can.
Right. And I mean, the Penguin's minions got into the Batmobile in Batman Returns, right?
Right.
So
No, that wasn't that good of a movie.
I'm done. Thank you for listening, everybody. Patrick's wrong. Have a good night. Batman Returns is way better than Batman. It is the best of the four. Batman Returns is a 5-star film.
Sure.
Thank you. I win. Anyways, so yes, so the Jawas can get into it just like Batman, just like Penguin's minions got into the Batmobile. Fine, yes, not everybody's perfect. So,
yeah, that didn't bother me.
okay.
No, and you know what? I disagree that he looks stupid. I mean, one of the things I like about this is so far he's failed a few times.
Yeah.
He isn't perfect. I don't want perfect. I want him. You know, he almost got eaten by the fish dinosaur.
Yeah.
Right. His arm was stuck in it, and he was still shooting flames out of it. You know, when the guy hit it with taser darts.
Right.
And then the other one was going to kill him.
See, I don't want to see him fail this much. It does make him human. But, I mean, again, with what I said with the droid bounty hunter trying to, like, kill itself all the time, trying to blow itself up, well, why is he trying to blow himself up so badly right now? Surely he's been in a bad situation. I don't want to see the Mandalorian screw up so many times because then, again, I get the impression that this guy's pretty darn good at his job. Then why is he failing so much?
Yeah.
So, moving
forward, he should start being really good. But I like the fact that he's failing a little bit early for us.
Yeah, so I didn't like that the fish dinosaur got him so quickly. I didn't have as... That's the only one of the three, because I'm about to mention the second one. I didn't mind the rhinoceros thing almost getting him and then Baby Yoda helping. But I didn't like the fish one at the beginning. But the one that was my favorite was when he got to the top of the sandcrawler. I was calling it a Jawa tank, but it's a sandcrawler. And they shot him, and he just fell off. I was not expecting that, and I thought that was a wonderful moment.
Yeah, I liked it too. But it also... Another thing about that is, I like you said, you get this idea that he's great at his job. He's really good at it. He's a quality bounty hunter. But moments like that show you that, okay, he took the shot, but he didn't really get hurt.
He's got good armor.
You know, right. So that's a justifiable reason to believe, you know, someone in his position is going to get hit once in a while.
Yes.
So he would need, now we know, okay, he does get hit. Mm-hmm. He just hasn't been killed.
Yes.
You know, the rhinoceros doesn't bother me at all because at this point he's now also worrying about Baby Yoda. Mm-hmm. So his attention is divided in the middle of that fight.
Yes.
I mean, he even moves Baby Yoda at one point to get him out of the way.
Yeah.
So that definitely doesn't bother me. I didn't have as much of a problem with the fish dinosaur as you did because I just saw it as he just got he you know, this thing popped up out of nowhere.
Right. So now the thing with the Baby Yoda like him bringing the Baby Yoda along when he's chasing the sandcrawler. So when he was able to just point the thing and move Baby Yoda. So my mind is that wristband that he has is connected to that, and when he's walking forward, because he's walking forward,
it comes with him.
It comes with him.
Yeah, that's how I saw it, like a tether.
Yeah, and so because he jumped on the sandcrawler, the Baby Yoda thing came along with him.
Yeah, that's how I took it too.
Yeah, and he just didn't have the time to like unsync his Bluetooth.
Right, exactly, and he can only go so far, and it follows next. You know,
yes.
Like he has 2 feet, and it starts to move.
Yeah,
but I also see it as he can move it if he wants
intentionally. Yeah.
Right, like if he wants to back it up 3 feet, he can back it up 3 feet or whatever. But but if he just got up and ran away, it would follow.
Right. Yeah. Which is good.
And then that's basically the end of this episode too. I mean, we didn't talk about the big major spoiler at the end of all that.
The egg?
No, I wasn't even going to get into the egg. You want to get into the egg first?
That looked gross.
It did look gross.
Yeah, it looked like really jelly, sticky, slimy, like yellow vanilla pudding or something.
Yeah, it was very bad.
But again, I thought that was very cute that they just wanted to eat it. Because I was watching it with my family. Okay, so I'm watching it with my 6-year-olds and whatnot, and they're like, "Why do they want this egg?" And they're all like, "Oh, maybe they want to raise it so they can like have a something to protect them, or maybe they want to kill it because it's